Hello and good afternoon, viewers. Have came back again one more time, and this is your presenter, Dr. Ali Atiq. Just to give you an idea, let me introduce myself one more time. So this is I'm head of the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology, Faculty of Pharmacy, Mahasa University, Malaysia, and this is another series where we talk about different aspects of pharmaceutical sciences. And you already know the structure of our faculty, and you are well aware of all the programs. So today we have a speaker with us, Dr. Javed. Dr. Javed is a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Pharmacy at Mahasa University. He obtained his PhD from Jamia Hamdard from Delhi, India. And his specialty is novel drug delivery system. And then, after working in the industry, he moved into the academics. He has worked in the prestigious Malaysian universities, having excellent teaching and research experience for 12 years. It is quite of an extensive research experience. Dr. Javed specialized in nanotechnology-based drug delivery system, microencapsulation, chronomodulated drug delivery system, solid dosage form development and optimization. Quite a mouthful of jargons over here. Currently, his research work is focused on the natural solid lipid nanoparticles for delivery system and bioactive molecules. So without further ado, let me invite Dr. Javed. Sir, the floor is all yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ali, for inviting me for this webinar, and welcome all the viewers. I'm here to have a discussion-based webinar, or it's a very interesting webinar based on the capsule. So, without any delay, I would like to start my talk for today, which I believe it will be very interesting for you all. And definitely, there will be some take-home message from this webinar or my this talk. So, okay, let's start. One more time, thank you, Dr. Ali, for giving me opportunity to present this webinar today. Is Dr. Ali, it is visible?
Yes, sir. Everything is fine. Please go on.
Okay, fine. So, okay, fine. Thank you very much. So now the viewers today, my topic for webinar is capsule. 21 amazing facts to know. You know, the capsule is a very commonly used dosage form. In almost everybody in our life, we must have taken capsule once a while. And when we talk about the capsule dosage form, or when we talk about the dosage form, there are two very common dosage form. One is the tablet, one is the capsule. Some drugs are available in capsule only, some drugs are available in tablets only, and some drugs are available in both capsule and tablet. This capsule, which looks like a very fascinating, very small container type of things, but it has got very interesting stories behind it. My topics today is 21 amazing facts. So I will start this webinar or this series of webinar with starting counting with the facts. So let's start with the fact number one, capsula. The very important fact, I am starting from the name itself, why it is called capsule. So the capsule word, it is taken from the Latin word capsula, and its name is meaning of capsula is a small container. And we all know how the capsule looks like. It's like a small container, and having the powder or liquid or some beads or multi-particle system are packed in the capsule. It looks like a small container. So from that point, from that definition, we have coined the name capsule, which is derived from the word capsula. Now I hope many of us, those are seeing this talk today, they will be learning something new. We use the word capsule almost every day. We know the capsule very well, but why we say capsule? I think many of us we would like to accept this thing that yes, we learned something new today. Why it is called capsule? Because it is a meaning of capsula is container. So that's called small container, right? Okay. If we talk about the introduction, so as we all know, capsules are solid dosage forms in which one or more medicinal or inert substance are enclosed within a small shell or container, generally prepared from suitable form of gelatin. Gelatin is a protein which is obtained from the animals, from the bones, from the fish, so it's the very commonly used material to make the capsule shell, and there are reasons why we use the gelatin to make the capsule shell, and why we do not use the other material. It is not like that we do not use other materials nowadays. We are using some other material also to make the gelatin capsule or capsule shell, but still the gelatin is one of the most widely commonly used material to make the capsule shell. The important thing for gelatin is why it is being used so widely. First of all, its source is quite economic, source is natural, and the properties of gelatin makes it a very suitable candidate to make the shell. The gelatin, if I talk to you, when we make the capsule shell, there is a process where we have to change from a solution to gel and gel to solution. This is the process in order to make the capsule shell. So the gelatin is the material which undergo transformation from gel to salt and salt to gel at very slight difference of temperature. So if something which is happening at a very small temperature difference, it is easy to maintain, and we do not need to maintain a specific humidity or a specific temperature to do that. Beside this, if we go to other material, those are the polymers, they need a specific humidity, they need a specific temperature, and there is a quite a huge difference between the gelation temperature as well as the solution temperature. So that adds on the cost of capsule. So this is the reason why we use gelatin very widely, because its cost is quite cheaper, source is cheaper, economical source, and whatever requirement we need to have a capsule shell are 100% met by the gelatin. So this is the reason why we use the gelatin. So depending upon the formulation, the gelatin capsule shell may be hard or soft. It means we are having two types of capsules. One is called the hard capsule, which we are very commonly have seen in the market, in the pharmacy, and other is called the soft capsule. Soft capsule, they look like a small balloon type of things filled with the some liquid material, that is called the soft capsule. And you might have seen, I'm very sure many of us have seen the fish oil capsules. The fish oil capsule, they are packed in a balloon type of a structure, a small structure, that is the soft gelatin capsule, right? So if you look at the picture, the one side here it is the hard gelatin capsule, and other side is the soft gelatin capsule, and both are very commonly and widely used. If I go to the structure of capsule, especially for the hard capsule, it has got a two part. One is called the body, other is called the cap. The body and cap, they can fix very firmly together. When we design the body is slightly smaller in diameter compared to the cap, so that cap can fix. When very initial time when we started making capsule, there was a simple capsule cap and body, but as the technology is improving nowadays, advancement is coming every day, so advancement is coming in all the field. So now capsule also, we have different type of modified capsule with different technology, with different release profile. That's a different way, that's a different topic. We will be discussing in detail on that topic some other time, but today is my webinar is on the basic amazing facts of the capsules. So this is the basic structure of a capsule, the body and the cap. And if you look at this, the down part of the body is called the shoulder, and there is some dimples on the capsule shell for the moisture protection. Then we have the hemispherical caps, the mouth diameter, and these all are the different part of the capsule and capsule body and cap. Now, I would like to take you back to the history of capsule. Capsule is not something which is very new. Capsule we have started from quite very long time back. Look at the history over here. From 1730, we have started using the capsule, and by the time from 730, then 18th century, then 19th century, we are coming up with the evolution or advancement of capsule. So the very first capsule, it was designed by, there was a pharmacist who designed this capsule. His name was De Pauli in 1730, and he made this capsule. He developed this oval shaped capsule for covering up the unpleasant taste of the pure turpentine oil used for the treatment of gout. We know the capsule is very good in masking the taste. If you look at the tablet, when you take a tablet, certain material, those are bitter in taste, they still feel bitter when you put on the tongue. So in order to avoid the bitter taste of the material, the capsule is the first choice, because we can fill the material inside the capsule body or container, and the shell of capsule is tasteless. So whenever a person take the capsule, he or she doesn't feel the bitter taste of the drug. That's why this pharmacist, the De Pauli, he was having a lot of complaint from the patient that they were reluctant to take the turpentine. They were not taking because of the turpentine oil has very bad taste with bald taste, and they were quite. And when they were using the turpentine oil, all the mouth was getting tacky. So in order to avoid those complaints and improve the administration, he designed a capsule type of things, and he put the turpentine oil in that capsule and then delivered to the patient. And patient, they very were happy as per the report. And then from that time onward, entire world started using the capsule to mask the taste of the drug. So then after that, 1834, the very first patent on capsule was filed in 1834 and granted in 1834. This patent was based on the single piece capsule. The patent was given in 1834 on a method for the producing single piece olive shaped gelatin capsule. Then after that, 1846, there was a pharmacist again, the name was Jules, and he suggested first time we can make the capsule into two parts, one is body, one is cap. Then after that, in 1931, there was a Colton, who was a scientist and pharmacist. He first designed the machine how to mechanically produce the capsule. So look at this. There is a huge journey of capsule to evolution. Okay, the capsule evolved in very slow stage, slow one by one step, and now today what we are seeing is the most advanced capsule. So this was fact number 3. Look at the size of the capsule. What capsule we see in generally in our pharmacy, we have even more sizes than that. And the capsule, if you look at this, they are able to take the medicine from 50 milligram to 1 gram also. So for the smallest capsule size is number 5, and the largest capsule size is denoted by the term 000. 000 size is generally not used for the human being. Only for the veterinary purpose we use this type of capsule, because it is quite bigger in size and human cannot swallow this. So the 000 and 00 size of capsule, they are used for the veterinary purpose, not for the human being. This is the capacity of the capsule based on their size, based on the density of the material. You can see here, if you look at the 000 size, these type of capsule can take almost 1.644 milligram, or you can say almost 1.7 gram of the material inside the capsule. It's a huge quantity and huge capsule. So this capsule is reserved only for veterinary uses, only for the cattle. When we go to Size number 5, which is smallest size, and the smallest size also can be taken based on the density of the material. If the density is higher, quantity will be more. If density is lesser, quantity will be less also, right? So in this case, we say the density 1.2 gram per milliliter. If this material we want to fill in a capsule, density means how heavy is the material. If the density is higher, of course, the amount also will be higher, which you can fill inside the capsule. Move on to the certain questions. These are the facts which are very curious for the person to know, and I'm here to answer some of those questions. Very first question is there any standard size of gelatin capsule? So the answer is there is no standard size. The size is depend on the material, how much is the dose, how much is the density of the material, how much size of the capsule given to the patient can take. So the size of the capsule may vary. You might have seen when you go to pharmacy, there are number of capsules are there, and they have all different sizes. You can find the very thin capsule, you can find the normal size capsule, you can find the slightly bigger capsule also. The capsule size is depend on the material, what material you are filling in the capsule, that will decide the size. But of course, the size cannot be too big so that person cannot swallow it. So there is no standard capsule size. Gelatin lends itself to a high degree of flexibility, allowing capsule producer to custom size, shape, and color so they can play with this. Number 7, what kind of gelatin is used in hard capsule? Question is what kind of gelatin? So the primary gelatin types used in capsules are typically from bovine or porcine. Although the gelatin can be obtained from the fish also, from the cattle also, from the your pork also, from all the side, but mainly we use from bovine and porcine. The primary gelatin types used in capsules are typically from bovine or porcine raw material, depending on the fill, depending on the formulation, and on the target market group. This is quite important things, the target market group. Manufacturers have flexibility in the raw material type, with some opting for a combination of porcine and some opting for only the porcine and bovine individually. When I look at the target market group, it's quite important point here, because nowadays there is a market is growing for the halal medication. So people are getting concerned from religious point of view. Some of one of the community or Islamic community or Muslim medicine also in halal way. So if anything is being produced from the pork, they are not willing to take it because their religion doesn't allow it. So there is a growing market for halal medication. So if the target group is for Islamic countries or Islamic communities, so the manufacturers, they are looking for the capsule shell. Those are made up of some halal material, not from the porcine, not from the bovine, not from the pork, right? So we have the options for the halal medication also. If now come back to this thing, bovine, bone gelatin, and porcine, we have two things mainly commonly used, porcine and bovine. Some manufacturers they use both in combination, some they use individually. If you make the capsule only with the bovine gelatin, they contribute to capsule firmness. They're very good in making the shape of capsule. But if you go for porcine, porcine provides the clarity and plasticity. So if you are using both of them in combination, you will get a very firm, elastic, and clear capsule. Now, question is why gelatin is used so widely. So, in beginning also, I have discussed this thing why the gelatin is used. So, here we have the reasons why gelatin is used so commonly in making hard capsule. The first of thing is it's non-toxic. It is obtained from natural resources. Our body itself has got gelatin, so it is non-toxic. Second thing is readily soluble. So when we take the capsule made up of gelatin, when it goes inside the body, inside the stomach, it readily get disintegrate or dissolve and material comes out, right? That's why the gelatin is used very commonly to make the capsule shell. Imagine if something we make the capsule and that capsule taking time to dissolve and time to disintegrate or to release the medication in the stomach, the action will also be delayed. And we want our capsule to dissolve immediately. The moment we take, within a few seconds, it should get dissolved, so the drug should come out. And that thing is fulfilled by the gelatin. Gelatin get readily solubilized in your stomach. Good film forming property. When you use the gelatin, the capsule shells quite smooth and shine. There is not much difficulty to make the shiny capsule from gelatin. The material is can easily undergo transformation and easily reversible change from salt to gel and gel to salt, which we have discussed already in the first slide. The salt to gel and gel to salt transformation is quite important in making a capsule shell, because from the soft to you have to go to hard, then from hard to go to soft. So this transformation can easily be done by gelatin because it requires a very slight temperature difference to undergo transformation. Now question comes, what is gelatin and where does it come from? So gelatin is not only used for the capsule shell, but if you see around the jellies, all the candies also they have the gelatin, especially you can see the jellies, they are made up of gelatin. So look at the worldwide source of gelatin, around 42% gelatin coming from the porcine source, which is a major concern for the Islamic countries, and that's why they are looking for the halal medication. 58% is coming from the cows and others, like fish, the duck, the cow, the buffaloes, all these animals also being used to produce the gelatin. And out of that, 7% is manufacturers are there, those are using the halal gelatin. So gelatin is made from the boiled bones, skin, and cartilages of animal, and the 42%, a major portion is coming from the porcine. The difference between halal and non-halal gelatin. So when we talk about the halal gelatin or non-halal gelatin, there's two concern is this. Halal gelatin is not only the things which you, if you are getting the gelatin from the cow or buffalo, it can be considered halal. No, it is not the only requirement to consider the gelatin as halal gelatin. To have a halal gelatin, there are two conditions. One, the first thing is it should come from the animal. Those are allowed in Islamic culture, Islamic religion, to slaughter or to eat. Second thing, the animal should also be slaughtered according to Sharia law. If these two things are met, then the gelatin will be considered the halal. If the gelatin you are taking from the cow and buffalo, those are allowed animal in the Islamic religion. But if you are not slaughtering them according to Sharia law, that gelatin will not be considered halal. That gelatin will be considered non-halal. So to halal gelatin means there should be the allowed animal plus the allowed way of slaughtering the animals. If these two things are met, then the gelatin will be considered halal. So it's quite an interesting point to know for my viewers. Those are having many of my viewers. I know they may not be having the idea what is halal, what is non-halal. So this is the halal things, and the Islamic world is looking for the halal medicine. So not only for capsule, the halal medicine now we are going for almost everywhere, including the cosmetic also. People are looking for halal sources. Right now, the question comes here, are gelatin capsules allergenic? Are they able to produce any allergic? So, generally, the capsules are non allergic. They do not allergy because they are coming from natural resources. So, they are completely non allergic. Gelatin in capsule is virtually. So if anybody has this concept that gelatin can produce the allergic reactions, so it is not. In 95-98% cases, capsule shell doesn't create any allergic reaction. Now the Fact number 12. How long does it take a capsule to dissolve? So when you take a drug in a capsule, how long it take to dissolve? So a standard gelatin capsule dissolve in stomach under normal conditions within 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, it doesn't mean that drug will not come out. I'm talking about the capsule shell complete dissolution takes 20 to 30 minutes. When you take a drug in a capsule, the capsule shell and body, they get separated, they get disintegrated, and small pieces are there which will remain there, and they will take time to dissolve. Although the drug has already came out, but the capsule shell still remain there, and that will take around 30 minutes to completely dissolve. And the capsule shell duration of dissolution also depend on the application. If you are using the capsule for pain relieving or for analgesic medication, then the capsule shell must dissolve very fast because you need a pain relief very fast. On the other hand, if you are using the capsule shell for delayed release or for sustained release or for targeting a specific area of GI tract, then the capsule shell should not get dissolved easily. So the dissolution of capsule can be tapered or can be modified based on the material what we are using. If your capsule is only made up of gelatin, it will get dissolved easily in the stomach. But if you are making the capsule shell using the combination of polymers, some pH dependent polymer, those are dissolving at certain pH, then we can modify, we can play around with the dissolution time of capsule also. Move on to the next question. What are the advantages of capsule over tablet? We all know, we all very much familiar with the capsule, and equally we are familiar with the tablet, but still both of them, they are having their own advantages and own disadvantages. If we talk about the capsule advantages over the tablet, why we should use capsule? So the work is there. The moment you take the capsule inside the body, it immediately disintegrates and powder comes out. And powder dissolve faster compared to the granules. When we make the tablet first disintegrate into small pieces, then further small pieces, then further small pieces, then become the powder. It takes time to become the powder, and once the tablet becomes powder, then it gets dissolved. So that takes longer time to absorb. That's why the capsules are always fast acting, because the moment the capsule shell is disintegrated, the material is coming out already in in the powder form and can be dissolved faster. Second advantage is no taste. The taste can easily be masked by the capsule, which is not possible in case of tablet. Number three, the better absorption, because I told you the capsule, they help in faster dissolution of the material. So faster dissolution, faster absorption, and faster action. Number four is less expensive. Compared to the tablet capsule, they do not require much step to manufacture, so that's why they are quite less expensive. Tablet are a bit expensive compared to the capsule because tablet has got many steps to make. Like first, in case of tablet, first you have to make the granules, then you have to dry the granules, then you have to compression, then all those things. Capsule does not need any granulation, capsule does not need any compression, capsule does not need any type of extra manpower or labor to make that formulation. So capsules are quite less expensive compared to the tablet. It doesn't mean the capsule do not have certain disadvantages. So fact number 14, what are the disadvantages for capsule? So capsule is they are less stable compared to tablet because capsules are sensitive to moisture. If you are not storing capsule on proper temperature, they will absorb the moisture from the environment and they will get dissolved or soft, because the material we are using for capsule shell, it is water soluble, whether it is gelatin or polymer, all are water soluble. So if you are not storing capsule and proper temperature, they will get soft and they will lose the shape. Shorter half-life because stability is less, tablets more stable, they can be stored for longer time, but capsules are having shorter shelf life. Lower dose. In capsule, we cannot fill any dose amount, especially when you go for the human being use. The capsule has limitation to fill the amount of drug, because if you will fill more drug, you have to take a bigger capsule container, and that will impose, or that will pose the difficulty for the patient to swallow. So this is the limitation with the capsule. Capsule is only recommended for a small amount of the drug. Capsules are not recommended for the big amount. For if you have to deliver a big amount of the drug, then you have to go for tablet compression. The number four is animal product. The gelatin is animal product. As I discussed with you, some of the communities, some of the countries, and they are not willing to take the animal product, especially the gelatin coming from the porcine, in any way to administer. Right. So these are the disadvantages for capsules. Fact number 15: can capsule be made from other material? So yes, capsule can be made from other material. We are having a range of polymer like HPMC, like HPC, potato starch. We have this fish gelatin. We have duck gelatin. We can be using other material also in order to make the capsule. If we want to avoid the porcine gelatin, or if we want to avoid gelatin itself, we can go for the some natural herbal resources also. We can use the potato starch in order to make the capsule shell, or we can go to the polymers, HPMC, HPC. These polymers can be used to make the gelatin shell. So, although gelatin capsules are considered a gold standard in the past decades, new development for plant-based gelling excipients have emerged, such as starches, chemical modified cellulose, hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, carrageenan, pullulan, etc. These are the material which can be used in place of gelatin. If somebody or some manufacturer, if they do not want to use gelatin, they can use this material. Now think of the vegetarian capsule. It's a quite interesting topic nowadays. Veggie capsule. Veggie capsules are nothing, simply they are capsule which are not being formed with the gelatin. They are being formed or manufactured or designed by hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose or any other natural resources other than the gelatin. So if you are making the shell other than gelatin material, that will be considered as veggie capsules. There's no gelatin, 100% vegetarian, right? So for the countries or communities, those are not willing to take the gelatin shell capsule because they're not very sure from where the gelatin is coming, from where the company is getting the gelatin, whether it is halal or non-halal. So those type of demand can be fulfilled by the veggie caps or vegetarian capsules. Now the question comes, what type of material can be filled in the capsule? Is it only the powder, or it is only the your small particles? So answer is here. Capsule can be used to fill any type of material, starting from your powder, your liquid, your ointment, your oils, your creams, your suspension, your emulsion. Any type of material can be filled in the capsule. If you want to fill the liquid portion or liquid material, generally we go for the soft capsule, but we can also fill the liquid material into the hard capsule, which is having the cap and body. That also can be used to fill the liquid material. So we can use the powder, we can use the granules, we can use the beads, we can use the liquids, we can use the tablet also. Yes, we can fill the tablet inside the capsule. The mini tablet can be filled inside the capsules. We can fill paste, cream, emulsion. It has emerged so fast. You can fill anything inside the capsule. Now the question comes, the next fact is there, is it safe to open capsule? Some people they ask always, is it safe to open capsule? Or if let's say we are having a capsule for adult for fever, and they open the capsule and give half dose to the children, first of all, that is not recommended. That is, if somebody is doing like this, has to stop immediately, because the dose of adult and dose of children are entirely different. You cannot assume the half of the adult dose can be given to children. So that is one of the very, very bad practice if somebody using that one. Second thing is, yes, we cannot open the capsule. Why we cannot open the capsule? Because if something is kept in a capsule, there is a purpose to keep inside the capsule. Maybe the drug is light sensitive. Maybe the drug is moisture sensitive. Maybe the drug is oxygen sensitive. So that's why it is kept inside the container. If you will open the capsule, you will expose your drug to the environment. So what was the purpose for the capsule? To keep the drug, that purpose is gone. Your drug may get degrade, or your drug may get spoiled. So capsules are not recommended to open by the customers. The active ingredients released may degrade on contact with the light, moisture, or the food with which it is mixed for administration. The person who crushes the tablet or opens the capsule is exposed to drug part. This is also one of the reasons, if you are opening the capsule, definitely, what if the patient is sick, patient is sometime what happened, patient is not taking medication by itself. If you are opening the capsule or crushing the tablet and giving to the patient, you are unnecessarily exposed to the medicine also. Some medicine are quite carcinogenic, some medicine are very toxic also, some medicine are very teratogenic, which can produce the effect at later stage, right? So we should not use those things which is can put you at risk, as well as the medicine also will be at risk. If the medicine is degraded or spoiled, it cannot show the, or it will not show the action, and patient will not get recovered. So it is not recommended to open the capsule. Now there is a very much interesting research was done based on the color. Does the color of capsule or tablet affect the treatment? It's a very, very interesting question here. Does the color of capsule affect the treatment? If any particular type of color give the more benefit than compared to other color. When they conducted a research, they found it really positive. Color of capsule shell plays important role in treatment. Psychologically put a very good impact on the treatment. Some colors, those are calm, cool, like blue color, green color. They give a patient a relaxation. They give a patient a feel of calmness. Similarly, when you look at the red capsule, that looks quite, means you can say that it's not very, very good for the eyes also, and good for the brain also. So they have different effect. Color association can affect people emotionally and psychologically. Orange and red color are stimulating, while blue shades come across as calming. Right? So it is hardly surprising that several studies have been carried out on the effect on patients of the color of a medicinal treatment. So not this research is not only for the capsule but for tablet also. That does the color affect the treatment? Yes, we have the studies. Those have shown that color also produces a effect on the treatment. I'm not saying that only color can treat, but when they conduct the study about different color of capsules, shell, similar type of patient, so the blue color, the red, the orange color, green color, they show the better effect compared to the red color and black color, all those, right? So color, yes, color plays important role in the treatment psychologically. Next is, what is spensule? Now we are coming to the new things. Spensule. Spensule is a new version of capsule. It is made up of two words. One is span, other is capsule or sule. Span means the time period. And sule means it is taken from the capsule, sule. Spensule is having a bead filled with the bead, and these beads are small tablet shape or round shape, and they are having several different type of coatings. All the beads are having different type of coating, which can delay the release of the medication. Some drugs, some beads they are having is one coating, so it will release the drug immediately. Some beads having double or triple coating or different material coating, so that will release the drug at particular time period or particular place. So this collection of different type of the tablet or beads coated with different material for different objective, and they fill into a capsule that is called spensule. So spensule means a capsule which when swallowed releases a medicinal drug or drugs over a set period. It is not an immediate release capsule. Some beads in this capsule they will release the drug immediately. Some they will release on design or defined time period. That is called the spensule. There is another very good technology is developed in case of the capsule system that is known as pulsin capsule or pulsin cap. This capsule is time controlled. This capsule release the drug at a particular time. Otherwise, it will not release the drug and it will remain as such. The capsule shell is made up of certain polymers. Those are having pH dependency. Then capsules are closed with a plug. The plug, you can see the red color here. The red color is a plug over here, and that plug, what it does, that plug is made up of certain hydrodynamic polymers. The polymers, those can absorb the water and they get swollen. When the this plug will start absorbing water, it will take some time. Slowly, this plug will get swollen and will get loose from the side of the capsule shell. And you can look at this down. There is a blue color also. Blue color is a the drug particles, right? So what happened is when there is a this cap or this red color cap or plug, it absorb the water, it gets swollen and it released from the capsule shell. Once it is gone, then second thing is the one more plug is there. It will release slowly by creating osmotic pressure. So by the time the drug will release, there will be almost 2-3 hours delay of the drug release. So it's a different technology which is known as pulsing cap drug delivery system, which is based on capsule. So look at this. We started from the 1730th century. We started with a very simple capsule shell, which is having cap and body. Now we have come to the advanced, modified, triggered release type of capsules, which can be used for different purpose. Not only for immediate release, but can also be for sustained release, can also be for control release, all type of release. Whatever we can do with the tablet, we also can do with the capsules. Now the last fact is how you store the capsule. So capsules are quite sensitive to moisture. And one more thing, in case of a capsule, when we fill the capsule with the liquid material, we cannot fill the aqueous liquid material inside the capsule shell, because the capsules are made up of gelatin or polymers, and this gelatin and polymer they are water soluble. So if you have to fill the liquid part or liquid material into the capsule shell, that must be non-aqueous. Okay, and capsule should not be stored in a very humid environment, because capsule they can absorb the moisture, and once they absorb the moisture they will lose the shape and they will lose the purpose for what they are there. So capsule is a very sensitive product, and it must be protected against excessive heat and humidity. For storage, we recommend a temperature between 15 to 25 degrees centigrade, and a normal humidity about 35 to 65 is the ideal condition to store the capsules. So these were all the facts today I put for you. It's not that there is only 21 facts, there are many facts, amazing facts about the capsule system. to know if I got time, facts for you in each and every slide of this webinar.
Dr. Javed, that was a beautiful presentation, sir. Honestly speaking, being a pharmacist, I have learned something about the that time releasing capsule. I did not know that that technology does exist, but of course, when you have a specialist with you, you always learn from that person. So, sir, our comment section is flooded with the a lot of questions, and one of the question is from Mr. Ganesh. He's asking that, hi sir, why some medicine are tablets form and some are capsule form? What is the difference?
Okay, thank you very much. It is a very nice question, and there you must have to understand why certain drugs they choose for tablets, certain drugs they choose for capsule. One of the reason for choosing the capsule over tablet is if the drug is having this bitter taste. Taste cannot be masked by tablet, or if masking the taste by tablet, coating system is getting expensive. First reason we will use for that the capsule. Second thing is this: let's say your drug is temperature sensitive. If you will go for compression, in case of tablet, compression process generates the heat. If your material or if your drug is not able to withstand with the heat generated by compression process, and you can go for the capsule. Third thing is, if your tablet getting expensive, so capsule is always a cheaper alternative for you.
Hmm, hmm,
If
hmm.
your drug is water sensitive, there's so many reasons why we choose the capsule. If your drug is water sensitive, we cannot go for tablet easily because a basic tablet formulation requires granulation. We have other option also for tablet like dry granulation, but they all need some kind of either heat generation or the water use. So if your drug is heat sensitive or water sensitive, we will prefer to have the capsule. Yes. I hope I
I
answered the
think, sir,
question.
you have already given the answer for this question over here, which is very much
Yes.
related to the previous one. Hello, doctor.
Yes.
Like your explanation, a capsule is good for covering the bitter taste of the medicine ingredient. But what are the reasons? There are still many medicine prepared in the tablet form, even though they taste bad. Thank you, doctor. Nice
Yeah.
talk. The question is asked by Dr. Azad.
Okay, Dr. Isaac, I'm very thank you very much for asking this question. Why still the certain drugs are being manufactured in the tablet form? So, Dr. Isaac, you have to understand one thing: the tablet and capsule they are two separate dosage form. We are not saying this one is very good, this one is very bad. Both are having their own advantages, both are having their own disadvantages. Why certain drugs are being manufactured in capsule? One reason is the stability. Tablet is more stable compared to the capsules. Tablet, you can protect the tablet easily with moisture and with the temperature, and you can store it for longer time. So when you come to the suitability of the dosage form, That also we have to look forward. Capsule, let's say suppose some drugs are having the higher dose, those drugs cannot be given by capsule, they have to go by the tablet. So we are not here to compare which one is better, which one is not better. Both are good, both are having their own advantages, both are having their own disadvantages. Just now, your question was why some bitter taste tablet are still there when we have the option for the capsule. So all the drug cannot be transformed into capsule, cannot, because the stability issue is there, because
Hmm.
capsules are most sensitive. If maybe the drug is having bitter taste, but the drug is having the water sensitivity also, moisture sensitivity also, so the capsule shell is not very much stable or very much effective to protect the drug material from the water and the oxygen or the environment, because the air and the moisture can easily diffuse into the capsule shell.
Hmm. Very technical,
So
sir.
that
Very nice
that
answer.
also a reason. So certain drugs they are good for tablets, certain drugs are good for the capsule, and certain drugs are okay for both type of material, both type of dosage forms. So that depends on the formulator choice also.
Oh, very nice
Tablet
explanation,
is
sir.
easy. Yeah, there's so many reasons. Tablet easy for transportation, very compact.
Hmm.
Capsules are compared to tablet. Capsules are bulky.
Hmm.
So that also the reason why we go for tablet more. Still, the preferred choice for dosage form is tablet. Capsule comes second.
Hmm.
There's certain reason, and I hope I answer the question.
Yes, sir. You have beautifully answered the question because some things that you have discussed were very technical. For example, the sensitivity towards the water and the sensitivity of the drug itself towards the moisture as well. So that was a brilliant answer, very technical as well. I hope everybody has learned something from today's session. Thank you so much, Dr. Javed, for
Thank
coming
you.
over here. That was a brilliant presentation, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ali, for giving opportunity to share my ideas. Thank you very
No
much.
problem, sir. The player is all mine. With this, we are going to close our session for today. I hope to see you again next month with an interesting topic. Thank you, Dr. Javed, and thank you,
Thank you
viewers.
very much.